Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's time to turn it up and let the music flow. Step behind the curtain, take a front row seat. Talking rock and roll, got the stories on repeat. From classic hits to brand new sound, we're digging deep where legends are found. The show, let's go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. Yes, yeah. We're talking concerts, riffs, and tracks. Oh, from past to present, the music lasts. Turn it up, let's have a blast. Let's play. From vinyl spins to streaming waves, chart toppers, deep cuts, the songs that stay. If you've got a band, let's hear your sound. Songs that stay. If you've got a band, let's hear your sound. We'll crank it up and break it down. Let's rock, let's rock. It's time for the show, let's go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. We're talking concerts, riffs, and tracks. From past to present, the music lasts. Turn it up, let's have a blast. Let's party. What's your favorite? What's the best show? What's the top track? Let's roll it back. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Dr. Rock's backstage pass. Let's ride. Music memories come alive. New tunes, old grooves, rockin' blast. Welcome in your VIP class. And now it's showtime.
Ah, shit, oh, there's my soda. I was like, where's my pop? All right, so welcome to the Backstage Pass. This is...
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we just met Sunday.
Yeah.
So we don't really even know... See, everybody that's been a guest of mine...
That was my second show.
Time, that's right. We didn't really meet the first time, though. You were
not
just
really.
There,
yes.
Where this time you kind of made your presence known. But that's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's about, having fun.
Absolutely. So, here, pull that down in front of you a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So, most every guest I've had on here has been a family or friend. So, you're going to be my first ever guest that I basically just met, which is fine because...
I'm your first fan.
Well...
kind of fan.
Friend fan.
Yeah, friend fan.
I don't like being a celebrity.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your musical influences.
Okay.
That's kind of where we're going to start with this is,
Started listening to music really young age, grade school, Casey Kasem, American Top 40 Countdown, transistor radio with technology back then really bad,
Yeah.
So I would Sunday night, because we were supposed to be sleeping, I'd have my little I was in the upper bunk with shared a bedroom with two of my brothers, had the transistor radio up there with American Top 40, and I've always loved music. And then my parents were more, I didn't really appreciate my parents' side of the music till I started getting older, because my dad was a big Johnny Cash fan and stuff like that, Crystal Gale, some of those older country people, and I've learned to I don't know. I never hated it, but when I grew up, I graduated in the '80s, so I listened to a variety, pop,
Sure.
hard rock, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Well, if you graduated in 1980, so obviously
84.
84. Okay,
84,
so
yeah.
you would have been about 14 when Back in Black came out.
Yeah.
By AC. I bet that blew your mind.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I went to see them twice.
Okay.
I think it was for Those About to Rock tour, and then I saw Fly on the Wall, if anybody even remembers.
I remember
that album.
Fly on the Wall. It was late 85, 86, somewhere around that area.
So
for Those About to Rock, I mean, I know right at the show we were both doing the because that's one of the most iconic parts of, I think, any AC/DC song is the cannon going off.
Oh, yeah.
So you've seen AC/DC. So my big thing is we like to talk about the live experiences, because as much as you can buy a CD, you can put headphones in, you can buy the best sound system in the world, but until you hear it live and watch them perform it, you don't really experience. It's a different feeling,
for sure.
I mean, unless I'm wrong on that. Where I love Metallica.
Oh, yep.
But I'd rather see them play it live than listen to it on CD. I've heard everything of theirs a million times.
Right.
I'm bored with their stuff.
Right.
But the fact that I get to see them still do it live, to me, is one of the great feelings. What was your first concert?
First concert. Wow. Journey, Frontiers.
Oh shit! Back in
83, I think it was.
83? Yeah.
Because my wife. I married my high school sweetheart, so me and a buddy from high school, we sat in Northtown parking lot. That's in Blaine. And sat and then somebody was running the line, so we got numbers written on our hand, and we waited, slept in Northtown parking lot till they opened up, and then Brian Adams, he started them up. He
was the opening act?
Yeah, he was the opening act.
See, now, I saw Brian Adams on his Reckless tour. My dad took me to see him on the Summer of 69 tour thing,
Awesome.
whatever. But I wasn't really at the time familiar with that album because it was brand new. So I was waiting for all the classics that he was doing. And
right.
That's one of the concerts I don't remember much about. So obviously, I guess I wasn't as big of a Brian Adams fan as I thought I was when my dad took me, because every other concert my dad took me to, I remember smells, colors, everything that has to go with the entire experience of seeing a band. So I want to go back to Journey, because obviously it had to have been a great concert. Steve Perry, lead singer still, because they didn't switch out until later.
And if you're a teenage, I was like 17 or something like that, you want to talk about a lot of good-looking teenage women running around.
1984, 83, hell yeah.
Wearing spandex pants and
That's what it was all about back then, though. They can't take it away from us. You know what? I'm actually throwing a 80s music bingo party at not only the Nevis Muni, but I'm doing it at the Toad Lake store in Frazee. I already went out and bought my outfit. Oh yeah, I'm going as an 80s rocker with the big hair and the arm tattoos and all the bracelets with the studs and shit on them.
Like somebody out of Motley Crue.
Pretty much, it looks like a guy out of the Motley Crue video from back in Theater of Pain kind of days. But actually, the hair kind of does look like Nikki Sixx's because it sticks up really high.
Cool.
But that's what I always went as. For anytime I had to do a Halloween dance or something, I always went as an 80s rocker, because that's where my roots really dug into music. I was influenced earlier in life from my dad's music. My dad was more of the Jimi Hendrix, Rolling Stones, kind of Eric Clapton
music.
So I grew up rock and roll, so I didn't get to appreciate country music until later in life, and I'm just starting to learn country music.
Right.
Obviously, living in northern Minnesota, there's a lot of country music around here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the least of music that I know anything about.
Yeah, I didn't start getting into country till like my mid 30s, probably like 30, like around 1990
Yeah.
country, you know, like Clint Black and Garth and
I know that stuff pretty well. Clint, John Michael Montgomery, Alan Jackson. I know all that. That 90s stuff was really good country for me.
Yeah, it was.
It's the earlier stuff, the Johnny Cash and the Waylon Jennings. Obviously, I know the big songs of theirs because I play them as a DJ, but I've never really put one of their greatest hits albums on and just listened to it.
Right.
Maybe it's because I grew up in an environment where we lived in the cities. Right. So I was rock and roll, man. I was rock and roll, and then rap came along. Oh shit, I lost my mind on rap. Even to this day, I still like my old school rap more than even more than the 80s metal.
Beastie Boys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess once rap started becoming more of a thing, I kind of fell off. My kids my kids are more of the rap.
Yeah.
But I liked the older rap, Salt and Pepper. I don't know if Salt and Pepper's even rap.
Yes, dance rap. Yeah. Dance rap, definitely dance rap. But yeah, Beastie Boys, by far my all-time favorite rap group. I have like six T-shirts of theirs. I have almost every recorded song they have. I just something about their vibe just made me want. I mean, this is my top 3 albums of all time right here, and Beastie Boys' Paul's Boutique is actually in my top 3. That's how much I love the Beasties. That actually just changed. Van Halen used to be there.
Yeah.
Let me put my camera just there. Yeah. But I went and listened to it again, and I was just like, God, I wasn't as big of a the first Van Halen, the 78 one.
Oh yeah.
But then I listened to Sublime, and I was just like, "Oh fuck that! This is my album." Yeah. So it ended up, and of course, Prince, my favorite artist of all time. So that's top 3. I will ask you about your top 3 before we get to the end of the thing here. So anyway, Journey first experience. Obviously, anything you remember from that concert that just stuck out besides the gorgeous babes. I mean,
Well, Bryan Adams stuck out because that was his first album, Cuts Like a Knife.
Okay, sure.
And I liked that album. So, and then just being there live and actually listening to Steve Perry's voice. I mean, for a man to get your voice that high, I mean, most guys realize, us guys realize, and I'm messing around at the Muni when I'm saying, all guys grab your balls. Because I can't get my voice that high.
I not on key, but I can get my voice that high, but it's pretty pitchy just because I got lucky, but not his high. That Steve Perry is ridiculous.
So, and then just, just the light show and my teenage years, I got married pretty young, so I got married by the time I was 19. So 2 years later, my going to concerts kind of came to a halt because I had a kid and money was not very.
No,
I had to take care of my kid and pay the bills. So
sure. Hey, I missed out on a lot of concerts over 20 years of kids living at home just because. They got this for school, they got that for school, they need new shoes, and feeding 2 teenage boys is ridiculous. Yeah. I think their faces were in the fridge more than they were sleeping, but you know what? It's all good. I have no regrets about the concerts I missed because if God wanted me to be at that concert, he'd have put an extra $20 on the table and somehow and said, hey, go to that concert. But it's all right.
Yeah, I did get a chance to go to Harriet Island when they had concerts on Harriet Island.
I went to
I saw REO with Cheap Trick, and I saw Chicago
at Harriet Island. Yeah, Riverfest. No, that was Harriet Island was Minneapolis.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. I was going to Riverfest over in St. Paul, which was basically the same thing. The big outdoor. Yeah. I got to see Stevie Ray Vaughan there.
Yeah, see, I missed out on that. A buddy of mine called me, so twice he called me, 2 times, and I'm so bummed because Stevie Ray is like my favorite, one of my most favorite guitar players. I mean,
number one,
Texas Flood. I mean, come on, and a buddy of mine, twice he called me, and I'm like, I think one time I said, I was always working weekends because I was
Sure.
a line cook for Perkins and had to work weekends. And another time I just flat out told him I couldn't afford it. You know,
Yeah.
it was like, that was kind of a bummer. I wish I would have seen Stevie. That would have been awesome. I'm jealous if you saw Stevie.
My dad actually brought me to that one, but I had asked him to bring, because that lineup was really crazy. It was Duran Duran was the headliner, and then it was Stevie Ray Vaughan was the second act. And I was into Duran Duran. This was 86, man. This was at the height of Duran Duran's, and I was, 15 years old. Of course, that's where all the chicks were. They were listening to Duran Duran.
Well,
so I had asked my dad, "Hey, Dad, can you bring me to Riverfest this year? I want to go see Duran Duran." And he looked at the lineup and he said, "Hell yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan's playing. Let's go."
Yeah.
So, the hair's going to start standing up on my arms already. He started playing notes backstage before he even walked out, and the crowd was just silent.
Yeah.
They were just waiting, and as soon as he walked out on stage, I don't even remember Duran Duran.
Right.
I should, because I know they were going to put on a great show. Stevie Ray Vaughan mesmerized me for literally 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. I'm sure it had to have been an hour. How he could make that guitar talk, and everything else in that music is simple. The pocket, the bass player and the drummer are just there to lay a beat for him. There's nothing special about, and then the keyboards, of course.
Right.
But he commands such a presence on stage to the point where it's like when you're watching hockey and you look away for a second and then the big hit comes and you're like, fuck, I missed it. Or they score the goal and you're like, son of a bitch. Or
the fight, you missed the fight.
Yeah, you missed the fight because you went to the fridge to get another beer. You just didn't want to turn away.
Right.
And yeah, great experience for me. So
Stevie's awesome.
Who else? Obviously now that you're grown, I'm assuming you've seen concerts and the kids are out of the house and stuff.
Yeah.
So what I always like to ask people is, what was, or what is, because there's not was, because we're still going to concerts. I don't care how old I am. I'm going to be 70. If somebody's playing, I'm going to go see them.
Right.
What is, as of right now, your favorite concert you saw live?
Ever, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough. That's really tough, because between my rock in my early days and then country in my 30s, because I saw Toby Keith, and I've never got emotional about a famous person dying. I got emotional about Toby Keith.
Yeah,
I actually cried when he died. That guy, I think, and that's the other thing about country music. I think it's starting to lose its luster.
Yeah,
I think they're getting away from how country started. Not that I'm against change in music. I like some change. Well, but I just think, and I have nothing against Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's not a country. He's not country. He's not a country artist.
He's a rock rapper.
Yeah.
So I actually, and because you've played the game, that Need a Favor is in my last round, because more than likely it's going to play. I don't dislike Jelly Roll. I know a few of his songs, but to lump him into country is like lumping Taylor Swift back into country. Taylor Swift is nowhere near country anymore. She started out great country.
Right.
I actually like her first CD. I think her first CD is a great singer-songwriter album.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as she hit pop and her fame shot to the point where she's literally the most famous person in the world, I can't deal with. Well, I don't like pop music. I the new pop and the new rap and the new country to me is one. There's no heart. There's nobody is. Well, everything is electronic.
Right.
Nobody actually has to sit down with a guitar and write a song anymore.
Right.
They could actually program it on there and then learn the song themselves. See, to me, that's not the Boys.
Right.
Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, not Robert Plant. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yep.
All these guys had to learn how to play those notes in order first, then record it. It's not polished already. Then somebody has to go in and make it sound good.
Right.
Nowadays, man, you just push a button and it's all. No, to me, that's not music anymore.
That's where you know way more about music than me, because I don't understand how they make everything sound so good on the track or whatever.
I can literally make your voice with this machine. I can make your voice sound like Daffy Duck and all that stuff. It's crazy. AI is taking over the music industry. I mean, I have my own AI music channel that I make songs with, and right. I can't even play the guitar, but right. I have my own music because right. I can create it with a computer. Right. So anyway, concert. Sorry.
Yeah. No, we got cool.
sidetracked when you said 90s country.
Yeah, no, well, like I said, then in my mid 30s, I saw Kenny Chesney a couple times. I saw Old Dominion. They were kind of lumped in, because a lot of country bands, when they do a show, there's like 3 or 4 bands.
Sure. I like Old Dominion.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I've seen Billy Currington. I've seen who else have I seen country wise?
I got to see Garth. That was a
I never did get to see Garth. At the time, people are gonna poo-poo me, but at the time in the 90s, because that's when he kind of first came out.
Oh yeah,
they played him so much that I was like, I didn't hate the guy. I was just like,
you were over it.
Yeah, it was like I appreciate his music more now than I did back then. Because I was more a Joe Diffie.
I love Joe Diffie.
God, I'm trying to think of some of the,
Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw's early stuff. Tim McGraw's early stuff was some great country music.
Talk about a guy that can come out. I don't know if I'm sure he's got writers, but he comes out with these, and they're stories. I mean, like something reminds you about your life in a song. And then it kind of sticks. That's like what you love music, I love music. It reminds you of somebody, a party you went to. It's
a good moment, a bad moment in your life.
It's memories,
100%. It's there's a sign right there. Music is what feelings sound like. Yep. And that is exactly what it is. Yep. Music invokes feelings. Music invokes compassion.
Right.
There's certain bands that I listen to, and like Linkin Park, for example.
Yep.
Now that Chester's dead, I'm listening to his music going, he's been writing like a suicide note for the last 20 years, people. Hello.
Right.
Can't you understand what he's, and the same thing now when I'm starting to learn the country music, the heartbreak stuff.
Yeah.
Because now that we're getting older, we're starting to lose people in our lives that are passing away, and so there is, when you're younger, you don't really have heartbreak other than girls breaking up with you and not getting the toy you wanted for Christmas. But once you start losing things, even pets now affect me. It's like, and now I'm listening to this music that I didn't listen to before, and I'm just like, wow, I understand that now because I'm older. Back then in the early, teen years, man, it was all about angst. It was, let's just get crazy. Let's just have fun. And then
keg parties. Yeah. That's what I remember about a lot of hard rock music. Van Halen playing in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Zeppelin, AC/DC. I mean, you couldn't go to a party in the 80s without hearing an AC/DC song.
Oh, absolutely not.
Or a Zeppelin song.
No.
Or Black Sabbath.
Oh, yeah.
So
many of the parties that I hung out at was that same way. And then when hair metal took over, then you couldn't go to a place and not hear Bon Jovi and Def Leppard and Motley Crue and Poison and Quiet Riot. But you know what? I'm starting to see these bands now in their later years, and I appreciate all the songs they play now because I mean, Queensryche, I never really got into Queensryche. I didn't understand them.
Yeah, 1 or 2 good songs from what I remember.
Yeah. But now that I'm older and I understand progressive metal a little bit more, now I'll listen to it. I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that song from back then. It was pretty good. I still am not I've seen them live. They put on a great show live. Their light show is amazing. Yeah. I want to tell you my favorite concert that I went to, and and this is really what started my music appreciation, is I was 7 years old and I was staying at my grandparents' house, and they had a friend that was supposed to, I was supposed to have a babysitter. They were having a friend that was coming to go to a concert with them. Well, the babysitter backed out and the friend canceled, so my grandparents took me to the Orpheum downtown Minneapolis to see the original Rat Pack, Sammy, Dean, and
there
Frank.
You go.
So, you know, being at my grandparents' house, the music was always playing, so I knew the songs.
Right.
And my grandfather would watch the whatever was on TV that had, if the Dean Martin had a comedy show or whatever. So I was familiar with these people, but I didn't know what live music. I didn't know. I thought they just recorded it and you just listened to it.
Right.
So I'm all dressed up in this little suit, and I go here and I watch this absolute performance for 2 hours. Music, talking, jokes, all kinds of crazy shit going on. People laughing in the audience.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're laughing at, but I'm laughing because everybody else is laughing.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, I knew I had to be involved in music somehow. So I asked my parents for a drum set. Well, that was a disaster. I've had 3 or 4 guitars. I've owned a bass, keyboards. I have no dexterity to be able to do both things. I can't do feet and hands at the same time.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting into radio.
Yeah.
That's where I first got my start. I knew I couldn't sing for shit, as you can tell at the shows.
Right.
I'm not a singer by any means.
Yeah, it's all about having fun, though. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 40 other bar people screaming along with you, so nobody's going to give you a grade or anything.
No. So that was the concert that made me fall in love with music, and that is what really shaped my career. Because as you have seen at the shows, I like to put on a performance as well. Right. I dance around. I do all kinds of stuff to get the crowd involved, because I call it interactive DJ entertainment is really what it is.
Showmanship.
So speaking of showmanship, that is actually a good segue into who do you think in rock and roll was the best frontman?
Ooh.
Now, I'm going to go to country, too, because I know there's a big difference between the frontman and country, but not just because you've seen them live, but just, obviously, you watched MTV back in the day. You've watched music videos. You see how these guys react. I mean, to me, the greatest frontman of all time, and I'm not saying because of his voice, it's David Lee Roth.
Right. Oh,
David Lee Roth.
For rock, yeah.
For rock. He was by far
the
most eccentric, unique, but his theatrics on stage, the double leg kicks and shit, to me, he allowed you to just relax for a little while and just enjoy the music.
Right.
Singer-wise, I would have to say it's this guy right here.
Yeah.
His voice is by far one of the greatest live. But, so, frontman.
That's hard for me, because right when you said somebody that is always, you got your eye on them when they're on the stage, well, my frontman, I already mentioned AC/DC, so I got to say Angus Young, and he didn't even sing, but the theatrics on stage that Angus Young did, he's like moving around everywhere. When I watched it, nothing against the lead singer, I loved him, but I was always watching Angus because he was doing something crazy. He was spinning on his back playing, and
so I didn't say singer. Right. Notice how I said frontman, because Angus Young is AC/DC.
Yeah.
So he is the front man to AC/DC. So no, that's a great, absolutely great front man. I mean, if it wasn't for him in that little schoolboy outfit, I honestly don't know if he didn't wear that schoolboy outfit, if he would have just dressed like everybody else and didn't jump around and be crazy. I honestly don't think they would have made it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Especially after Bon Scott passed.
You know, with with computers and everything we were talking about earlier. The beauty of TV now, I can get onto YouTube.
Yeah.
I can type in a concert, AC/DC concert from 1972, or where they played in England, and just to watch some of those old concert deals, really cool.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, my oldest son and he's like showing me the drummer from I can't remember the band, because it's more of a, probably you would know, he always wears a Celtics jersey.
Oh, Danny Carey from Tool.
Yeah,
dude's crazy good.
And I'm not a Tool fan, but my son, Dad, you got to watch this guy. He's just phenomenal.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
So we watched it, and I'm like, okay, I can't deny that guy's got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and it's just funny because my son he'll be 41 in January.
Holy shit.
And I'll be 60 in February. So I was 19 when my son was born. So I kind of listen to a variety of music, rock, country. One son kind of grabbed onto country and still likes country, but the other two are more like Sublime and so there's a bunch of them that
So you got son, 3 kids, 3 boys?
3 boys, yeah.
Okay, see,
we got quite a bit of I bought 6 gallons of milk a week, 4 or 5 boxes of cereal, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, the kids ate like a madman. I had 2 boys. My wife had a son and a daughter, so between us we had 4. 3 of the 4 lived with us pretty much most of their. Well, Thomas, my son that was at the show, he's 40. He was born in 82, so he's 43, and my daughter will be 45. And then my 2 boys are 28 and 26.
Gotcha.
Something like that. So my music influence, I listen to, like Thomas and Selena, I listened to what they were listening to, which was more of that 90s grungy alternative stuff, Nirvana and Pearl Jams and stuff like that. But I influenced my kids with my music, my 2 young boys, so they were listening to Ozzy and Def Leppard and all this stuff. So between the 5 of us, the music knowledge is so vast that we get together and we literally just talk music and stuff. And I'm thankful that all of my kids and even most of my grandkids have latched on to the love of music. So it's a universal language. I can send my son a song and say, hey man, this is how I'm feeling about you today, and he'll be able to actually listen to it and go, thanks, Dad. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so music to me is one of the greatest tools that you can use for there's a lot of therapy uses for music, but
for sure,
that's a whole nother episode. That's a complete different doctor there.
We'd have a 3-hour show.
Yeah. So once again, I'm gonna go back to my top 3 albums, and then it could be any 3 for you. But so I'm gonna explain mine to you because this is your first time. So I'm a big Beastie Boys fan. I'm not as big of a fan of License to Ill as I am Paul's Boutique. This here is, I have to say, probably the greatest rap album ever done. The amount of sampling that they did on this album to make the songs is ridiculous. Paul's Boutique, 1989. You were already raising kids by then, so just kidding. 1996,
you're pretty accurate.
1996 Sublime, once again, just added to the top 3. This was in the heyday of my pot smoking era, so I understand that album a lot, and it actually got me through a lot of really tough, difficult times because the lead singer, Bradley Lowell, died of a heroin overdose, so he never even got to see this album come out and what it did to the music industry. So every time I get in a really foul mood, like I don't feel like I belong, I listen to that, and then I realize that I'm still alive and I got shit to live for. This guy's no longer with us, and I need to start acting like an adult and stop being a little pansy ass.
Right.
And then, of course, Purple Rain. I got to see Prince on that tour. That was my Christmas present that year. My dad bought me tickets to go see Prince.
He was a showman.
Prince, The Time, and Sheila E. in concert was absolutely amazing. Now, your top 3 can be any 3 albums.
Okay.
I don't.
My number 1, I've already mentioned them a few times now. Would be AC/DC. Back in Black was probably my in my top 3.
AC/DC, Back in Black.
Yeah, I'd probably be
like that one right there.
Yeah, that one right there.
Oops, I should have my camera on.
Still, I think it's still in the top 10 ever.
Oh, absolutely. This is an original press, too,
Yeah.
still.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and then let me see. I just got so many, because, then later in my life, country would probably be an older Alan Jackson.
Oh.
Older Alan Jackson.
Sure,
maybe one of his first greatest hit albums that he came out.
His first greatest hits is an absolutely banger.
That would probably
Don't Rock the Jukebox, Chattahoochee,
all that.
Midnight in Montgomery, all those. Oh yeah. I'm a huge Alan Jackson fan. I love, especially Remember When. That's a great slow
tribute.
Yeah, the tribute song.
Awesome. Yeah, no. So Black, probably Alan Jackson's greatest hits. I gotta think of a third, and I want to try and make it more not just all about rock or country. I'm just trying to think if there's something that touched me, or one that would probably floor you, but Steve Miller Band. Steve Miller Band. The one that I remember the most is Book of Dreams, because my sister won it, and she won it in something, and we used to play it all the time. So like Jungle Love and Jet Airliner.
Jet Airliner, yeah.
So I mean, kind of a strange album, but I mean, I just that was kind of music that, and I still once in a while I act like a fool and I do karaoke once in a while, and I'll sing Steve Miller, Jet Airliner once in a while, and
I actually still have that on CD.
Cool.
Yeah, I actually am. You noticed my computer sitting on our table upstairs. Is what I'm doing is I'm actually digitizing my entire CD collection to MP3s.
Cool.
Because I have 1,200 CDs. It's just they're starting to take over every part of my areas. So I'm gonna digitize them, and I'm probably gonna end up selling them to a CD store or something, or put them maybe online. I haven't decided yet, but. I was actually just going to pop that one because I have in the Zenden where I showed you first, I have a 200 disc changer in there.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'll just grab some random CDs and throw them in there just to get some new music in. And I was thinking about putting in that CD because I do like Jet Airliner. I think that's one of his better songs. And so, that's a great 3 albums. Absolutely. Alan Jackson's greatest hits. Steve Miller Band, and of course AC/DC Back in Black. I mean, that's just a classic. I mean, that's going to go down in history as one of the greatest albums. And you could
probably throw in, if I had where it was kind of a tight, it'd be Zeppelin. It'd be probably their first greatest hits album.
Oh, yeah.
Because my younger son, he's 32 right now. When I kind of introduced Led Zeppelin to my son, and he's like, "Dad, this is great," and it's like, I said, "Yeah, it is great." It's these guys started in the late '60s, So Zeppelin was a big. When my older brother kind of influenced Zeppelin into me, and like BTO and some of the older rock bands, So.
Yeah, no, music is, that's how we learn music, is from somebody else introducing us to music. I mean, my best buddy right now that lives in Nevis, he has some different music tastes than I do, yet we both agree on a lot of music, but there's some stuff that he listens to that I'm not familiar with, but I'm starting to learn it. Yeah. And then, I'm introducing him to a lot more of the Beastie Boys and stuff like that, because when I drive, it's my music. When he drives, it's his music.
Well,
so,
that's the way it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's been times where I've had, the Sirius XMs, like backyard barbecue hip hop or something where it plays all old school rap, and
Right.
he doesn't sing along to any of it because he doesn't know it, but he tolerates it. And then, like when we're together, he likes the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
And he likes stuff like that, which
I like the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah, I've seen the Goo Goo Dolls with Bon Jovi. They were great. Yeah. It's not my go-to music to listen to, but I like it.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the songs because, he's got this Goo Goo Dolls channel on Sirius that plays like that and Three Doors Down and all that kind of softer melodic rock stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really good. And he's a great singer. Right. My buddy is. So he's practicing these songs so he can sing them on karaoke on Fridays when we go over to the Red River. Yeah, so he's influencing me a little bit on some of this stuff because now when it comes on the radio, I don't actually turn it off. But in your truck that you drive, what's usually playing in the?
It's funny because now living up here, I just moved up to Nevis. My wife and I, we sold our home in Blaine, and now we're at we call it our family cabin. Sure. But it's our home now. It's getting close to 5 months.
Wow, so you're really new to the area.
Well, not new. Living up here permanently wise. Yeah, this will be my first winter of living up here. But we come up in the winter all the time. Sure. I like to snowmobile and stuff like that.
Yeah, so do we. We like to go snowmobiling. So maybe we'll hit the trails this year.
So, I mostly right now on my stations is I have like 3 country. I have Bemidji's country channel. I have Park Rapids' country channel, and I have Brainerd's country channel, and then I have the Loon, the Power Loon.
Gotta have the Power Loon.
And then my wife likes it's more of a pop rock channel. Sure. It's 95 something.
Oh, 95.5.
Brainerd, yeah. And it's more, poppier stuff that my wife likes. So every once in a while she'll say, "Can we just change the channel? I'm getting sick of country, or I'm getting sick of rock." And I'm like, "Sure, I can listen to all kinds of
My wife does that all the time. Can we switch it off turbo for a little while and put on, maybe an 80s channel?" "Oh, yeah, that's fine. Sorry."
Right.
I forgot that you're in the vehicle sometimes with me too. So, I'll put on a 70s on 7 or 80s on 8. Well, I know you had something you had to do at 2:00 today, so I don't want to keep you too long today. What I just basically wanted to introduce you to what the studio, now that you know what it's all about, we got to do this more often, man. Just come down and it doesn't have to necessarily be about music. Right. I've got all kinds of shit I can talk about. I'm a wealth of useless knowledge that I can spew that crap out to anybody. But anyway, Todd, I appreciate you coming over, brother. And if you ever want to do it again, hopefully I see you at Music Bingo here in
the wife's already got it on the calendar.
Nice.
And I'd like to see one of your other shows maybe sometime.
Yeah, that would be cool to come over to Frazee to the Toad Lake store. Is probably the craziest place I play at besides the Muni.
Okay.
They actually run pretty close to 1-on-1 for a tie.
Sweet.
It holds about the same, about 60 people, and when they get ruckus over there. So everybody, peace, love, music. That's what I'm all about. Have a great time. Thanks for watching the episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you got something going on too?
Yeah, I got electricians